What's up, everybody? It is day 16 of my experimental journey to more energy. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, share. Basically, I'm just going to spend the next 100 days just seeing what I can do to increase my energy. And today, talking about my workouts. So yesterday, the program I'm doing, I did the full workout and it took me 2.5 hours. It was 2 hours and 25 minutes to be exact. And I actually missed a couple sets because I had to modify some of the workout. It was leg day. I had to modify some of my workouts. So I did modify a couple of them with just doing the squats. And it had some extra squats in there on Smith machine, which of course I don't have at home. So I skipped those two. There's two different workouts. There's a couple sets for each one. So I skipped those, and still it was 2 hours and 25 minutes. So I'm looking at this program and I'm like, what? I can't continue this, and it's defeating the purpose of the program of this 100-day challenge, because my goal from the beginning was to get up to like 2.5 to 3 hours of just activity throughout the day. Some workouts, some maybe just go for a walk, just movement continually throughout the day and spread out throughout the day to kind of get my just heart rate up, get my blood flowing throughout the day. Because if you haven't been watching before, I work from home, so I work at a desk, and just sitting at a desk just really kills my energy. So I'm trying to see what I can do to really spike my energy and just max out my energy. And the biggest part of that behind diet and nutrition, which is kind of a given, is just increasing my activity level. I'm fairly active throughout the day, but I do have periods where I'm not active, so I'm trying to work through that. Before this, I was doing 2 45-minute workouts a day on the 75 hard program, and just kind of got off track there with a foot injury for about a month and a half, and then jumped into this. So that kind of brings me up to speed with where I'm at. And today, I'm having to make a decision, or yesterday kind of thought to it, because I had missed a couple workouts, and then I didn't have time to get the full workout in on Monday, so I kind of modified it. And then, yesterday was Tuesday, so I didn't do the full workout on, I guess, day 1 of week 3, and then I did the full workout on day 2 of week 3. So I didn't realize this program that I'm on is getting more and more and more every week. So when I started out, it was about 1.5 hours to 1 hour and 45 minutes on the workouts. There was 3 hit sessions in the middle of the strength training, which bumped up to like 10 minutes, I think, on week 2, which was fine. But then we hit week 3, and there's just added sets, so it's a lot more of a workout. When I first signed up for the workout, I guess. So let me back up. So when I started this, what I did was, it was last minute, because I had planned on doing this for a while, this challenge, and recording it and videoing it. I just hadn't got around to it. So I signed up for the Jim Stepani website. I've been thinking about it, and I knew I was going to do it. Ended up getting busy, and I signed up for it last minute at, like, I think it was Sunday night. Saw the program, studied up on the program, just briefly went over it, jumped into the program. Didn't really have time to check out the program. I didn't know nothing about his workouts. I've just seen his videos, and I know from the videos, or at least I confidently felt that he knew what he was talking about. And so I jumped into it, not knowing the length. I just assumed it wouldn't be, maybe an hour workout. It'll end up being 1.5 hours to 2 hours on some of those workouts. But a lot of those first ones was me just figuring out what I was doing, and trying to figure out how I could modify things, because I'm doing these at home. For cable machine, a lot of stuff I'm doing is with bands. So just kind of modifying and figuring out how that goes. So some of those first ones took longer than they really needed to. But I was like, fine, I was doing 2 45-minute workouts. Doing 1.5 hour workouts not really ideal, but I can make it work. But as I did it today or yesterday and got it 2.5 hours, like, I cannot do that. Like, my business is paying the price. Like, my business is going to struggle at 2.5 hours, and that defeats the whole purpose of this program. Because really, I started this, the goal is for entrepreneurs, just business people, that sort, anyone that's got a lot going on in life, that feels like they want energy to do more and be more in their life. Like, that's the target. And if you're in that boat, like, you don't have 2.5 hours to work out. So it's making this challenge that I'm doing unrealistic for the average person. So 2 hour and a half is a stretch, and I get that, but I really wanted to push it to get my energy levels up quick so I can move on to other things in this 100 days, because I've kind of got off track with my diet and my workout routine due to the injury, as I said before. So, you know, I say all that to say I'm going to dial this back, even though it's like almost sounds like I'm having to eat crow, and maybe I am a little bit because of my video on Monday. You can go back and watch that, I'll link it. But basically, when you know, miss some workouts and you start modifying workouts, then you know, next thing you know, you quit the program. So I'm not quitting the program, and I hate to even have to modify it, especially after saying that. I feel like a dummy. But the thing is, like, I can't, it's at what cost is it to continue this program just for my pride, just for my ego? So I'm going to go back to the same level I was doing on week 1 and just finish out the program. I've got, today's Wednesday, so I've got 4 days left this week, and I've got, you know, 6 days next week, and the program will be done. It's a 4-week program. So I'm going to go back to that level, finish out the program, and then I'm going to be a little bit more wise when I jump to the next program. If I can do an hour workout, and I know he's got some hour workouts. I saw some things in the group, and I'm going to jump into those. I'm doing the Showtime program, by the way. Jim Stepani's website, I guess his, app, whatever it is you're paying for there. But yeah, when I saw it, I didn't really think, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, the Showtime. I didn't know what that meant yesterday. I understand 100% what that means. After being in the group, you know, maybe I'm a little slow, but, you know, Showtime, I think, when I see Showtime, I think of Deion Sanders playing for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, that's like, you know, maybe that's my age a little bit, but that's what I think of. Just time, you know, Showtime, time to explode, do your thing, whatever. But being in the group, in the Jim Stepani group, I see obviously Showtime. These are people that's in fitness competitions, which is far out of my realm of reality, and I have no desire to be there. Like, if that's your thing, great, go for it, do it. But obviously this Showtime program is probably the prep stages right before a show. So maybe the last 4 or 5 weeks before a show, you'd go through this program, I'm assuming. That's what I take from it. The way the workouts are building up, the way the hit is intertwined in it. So it's really to really cut weight. If you was doing a diet to cut weight, I'm not doing a diet to cut weight. I'm doing a diet to add muscle. But I've actually lost about 5 pounds on this since I started. So, you know, the results are crazy. The results in the groups are crazy, but now I see why, because 2.5 hour workout a day, of course, especially when your heart rate's not resting for that 2.5 hours. Like, anything you do is you're gonna have some massive results if you're taking that much action. So that brings me back to the topic of this is, at what point are you doing this, right? Because I'm not doing this to be a fitness model. That's not my goal. If that's your thing, then that's your thing. But I'm a business owner. I'm running a business. And my goal to do this is to get more energy. I want more energy. So the reason I work out is for more energy. Of course, it's overall health and all those added benefits, but I'm not out here trying to compete. I have no desire to compete on that stage. You know what? I don't even really care that much. I mean, of course, everybody does, but I don't care if you know, I'm the most shredded guy if I go to the beach or go swimming, right? That's not, like, I'm so past that. I've never been that, but it's just not my thing. Nobody wants to be fat and overweight, but at the end of the day, my goal is business. My hobby is business. My hobby is not lifting weights. And everything I do in my business at this point is trying to move me towards legacy for my family, for my business. And that's the reason I want energy to do more, to be more, and just to help serve other people. And 2.5 hours a day working out is in one session is not really helping me do that. It's actually getting to the point where it's taking more energy to do that than it's given me, which in the long term it's going to gain energy. Like yesterday, I was wiped out for an hour and a half after that workout, but I wanted to complete that workout because I knew, you know, I said in the other video that that's what I was going to do, and I wanted to do it just to see for myself how long those workouts work. I'd seen people in the group commenting after Monday's workout how long they was taking. So my point of this video is, why are you doing this? Are you doing it for more energy, or are you doing it to look good? Because at what point are you sacrificing your energy to look good versus working out to have more energy, to do more and be more in your life? So I'm going to dial this back. I'm going to go back to the original program or it's the same program, but week 1. So in that range, doing that amount of sets and doing that amount of high intensity sessions in between, back to the 7 minutes, so I can get through these. I'm going to finish the program there, and then I'm going to jump into another program. But my goal from the beginning with this was to increase movement throughout the day, not do it all at one time. Yesterday, I got up in the morning, I did my morning routine. So I did yoga for 30 minutes, and then on top of that, I did a 2.5 hour workout in one session. So, you know, I got my 3 hours in those 2 workouts, but that was never the goal for this. The goal was to do 30 minutes, maybe do 5 minutes, 30 minutes of work every 5 minutes, get up, move around, do something, or maybe work for 50 minutes and do 10 minutes of something, right? And the reason I jumped into the gym Stepani was because I wanted to learn the techniques, some different techniques, some different strategies, some different things, which all these have been great. I've learned so much. I had bands I bought last year, a band system. They're all independent. You can add them together. It's not the fixed bands. So I bought those last year, but they've been sitting in my closet. I've never even took them out of the pack. But through this workout and through his videos, I learned how to use those as cable machines, so that's been super helpful. Now I can add that into my repertoire. Like, I've got all these different things. The HIIT, I'd never done that before. Great experience. I'm glad now I can add that, maybe 5 minutes of HIIT every 30 minutes or 10-minute session like every hour, just to get my blood flow up and get my just heart rate up overall, and go back to work more focused, more clear-headed, just kind of get all the butterflies out of my head, just boom, get it. So overall, these workouts have been fantastic, and I've got everything that I want out of them, which was some techniques, some strategies, even what he has us doing with what he calls the supersets, where you do one that's low weight and high reps, and then immediately go to a workout to the same muscle group that is low reps and a high weight. So basically, you're exhausting that muscle quickly, and it's actually a great technique if you don't have a lot of weights. If you're limited on weights, which I am, last year it took me forever. I finally found some 40-pound dumbbells, so I still need some more, but I'm having trouble finding the 50s and 60s pound dumbbells, so I'm kind of limited in that area. So that works great for that, because I can use a low weight and kind of tire out just get my muscle tired, and then go to the heavy weight. And so that's it's a superset, that's what he calls it, but it's a great strategy for that really helps. I got a big bee gonna fly by my head. But so enough of it, you know, that's kind of where that's at. So this has been a success overall, and all this whole thing has just been one big experiment. Still going to be an experiment. Some things are going to work, some things are not. Obviously, these workouts were a fail in the sense of time, because it's defeating the purpose and making it unrealistic for anyone that's following this. And at the same time, they have, you know, it's gave me a lot more knowledge and insights into things that I can do in those shorter sessions, between the, you know, but I can do a 5-minute workout every 30 minutes, or 10 minutes every hour, or maybe end up doing, if I'm getting enough out of it, this bee's gonna drive me nuts. If I'm getting enough out of it, I can do 45 minutes every hour. But my thing is that the bees got me all distracted. So my thing is, I can't sit and work focused all the time. I don't think anybody can. So you're gonna have to take breaks at some point in your work, because you just can't concentrate for so many hours, or you just kind of crash and burn. At least that's what I find, especially when I'm doing high concentration stuff. And so I break it up, and usually, you know, I may come for a walk, I may do something, but usually I may jump on Facebook and get down a rabbit hole and just get my thoughts and going in a completely different direction from work, almost as a break from work, but it really ends up leading me more distraction than anything. So it's not necessarily serving me. It actually makes my problems worse. I mean, so I could jump on a phone call with somebody, but that's probably going to run over, and it's going to get my thoughts going in a different direction away from work. So the point of this, to increase clarity, to increase focus, to increase just mental energy and help me stay on task, it's to help all that, was to add these workouts in as that filler when I need a break from work, or before I need it, jump in, do something, get my heart rate up, and kind of get my blood flowing, and just get my head clear, get the butterflies out of my head, come back and get back to focus. Now that I've got, you know, I've increased my breathing, or I guess my breath, and oxygenated my body through breathing, So all of that is the goal of this program. And by doing 2.5 hour workout, like I don't have the energy in between, in between the work or the time in between the work, because I'm using it all in the workout. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to dial this back today. This video is going over, but I think you got to get the point of where I'm at. I hate even shortening the workout. It's kind of killing me ego wise, and especially, the last few videos I talked about this. And I'm going to say it's a 2.5 hour workout. I think something's wrong with it if you're not going to dread that to some point. And I don't want it to sound like a comp out, because obviously I do dread it, but it's just the time commitment is crushing me work wise, and it's at the expense of my work, and then my energy is at this level. I can't keep up for another week and a half. So I'm going to modify that and do what I need to do, which is, that's a good lesson for anyone. And as I talked about on a previous video, I'll try to link back to it about your energy, like your recover. How do you know if your workout's too much? And that is if you can't recover fast enough. Like, you're going to have to push the bounds. If you want to increase your energy, you can either gradually do it over a long period of time, or if you want to do it quickly, you're going to have to push the bounds. But the thing is, you can't push the bounds so far, so quick, that it takes you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours to recover from workouts. Like probably an hour max to recover. And I feel like I was pushing that way too far yesterday, because it wiped me out for like an hour and a half. And I really ain't conditioned, that level of conditioning, to do that. And I'm not trying to compete, so I'm not pushing myself that hard. I'm pushing myself for business, not for a body competition. So that's where I'm at. And I hope you guys got something from this. Like I said, I'm going to link those 2 videos in the comment or in the description. So just check those other videos out if you haven't already. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.